think it's interesting how you guys coordinate the auto show, and it's completely student-led.
Yes,
So
100%.
literally all of you guys are part of it in some way. So we've got like signature events that you guys do as far as like coordinating panels. We got Julia who takes care of like the classic cars and coffee on Sunday. But every single piece of the auto show is done by students.
Yes.
Have you guys been students here for a while?
Yeah, so this is so Northwood is a 3-in-1 program. So you go 3 years in DeVos and 1 year at DeVos, the graduate school. So I'm currently in DeVos right now. I'm getting my master's degree.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I know. So I've been a part of Auto Show all 4 years.
Okay.
But this is my second year on the e-board, and last year I did events. I was in Bella's spot. And now
cool.
this year I'm the chair. So it's been a really great experience. Like you said, this whole show is 100% ran by students. So from the littlest things like, getting the buses here, getting the golf carts here, the shuttles, security, all the videos that you see behind the scenes on our social media pages, it's all students.
Yeah, and Sydney, that's what's also cool about it is you get to do it 1 year in a small role, but then you grow and grow and grow.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
eventually you're like almost the one running the show, like Alex is now.
Yeah.
And that's got to be so cool. So Julia and Bella, is it your first year part of this? Like, is it?
So I'm in my 3rd year, so
Okay.
I'm a junior, and I've been a part of Auto Show each year, but this is my first year on the e-board.
Okay.
So it's been pretty exciting. I was a captain my freshman year, then I was just on the team, and now I'm on the e-board, so kind of that progression. It's been
Sure.
really fun.
Yeah. So Bella, what about you?
So I'm actually a sophomore.
Okay.
So I'm in my 2nd year of the accelerated program. So I have 2 years left here. Hopefully next year I'm in Sid's spot as head signature events chair.
Are you gunning for it, huh?
Yes. Oh yeah.
She's perfect for it.
Thank you. But I started out last year as a team member on team emergencies. So that's just like the fire trucks, the ambulance, police
sure.
cars, just like all the emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
I started out on that over in the specialty lot, and then I got a call from Sydney, and she asked if I wanted to be her vice chair, and I said absolutely I do. And now I'm on the e-board to stay.
Yeah. And it was funny because Team Emergency did so good last year from a marketing standpoint.
Sure.
Their photographs, I saw them on Instagram.
They had a lot of views on their segment.
It was like incredible. So just
I think like 14K.
Yeah.
14K views.
Wow.
But it starts from freshmen coming in and being eager and being motivated to make their booth the best. And
That's right.
At the end of the day, it's how you present yourself and like your booth, and that's exactly how I met Bella. So it really starts from the team members and the captains putting in the effort.
Yeah. So how cool has it been to work with your like co-students on a project like this? Because it's not too often that you get to do a real world project that has real world results or real world consequences. I mean, so let me back up. When you guys were cutting the ribbon on stage this morning, so was everybody on stage?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So when I was watching you guys on stage, I was like, how are they not freaking out right now? They're about to put on this big show that they do every year. Because if I was in your shoes, I would be freaking out. I probably wouldn't even been on stage. I'd be like, oh, I gotta go do something. But there's so much preparation that goes into something like this because there are real world consequences if something doesn't go correctly.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
like in your experience, how has it been like working on the project together?
It's been great. I think the teamwork and the collaboration of the team and the e-board has been just amazing throughout this whole process, and even throughout the summer too, like all of us being in different places as we go home and are doing our own thing with the internships, but being able to have that contact to just make sure everything's prepared for, and then you come here and you set everything up and you get to see it. It's exciting, and I think it all comes down to just really getting a good group of people to do so, and it's fun too. Like you have a great time, and like being able to see it come alive is just so exciting.
That's got to be cool. Well, even just recruiting someone for like the next spot like a year in advance, right?
Yeah, and I mean it takes a lot to learn. I mean I've learned a lot from Sydney just watching her do the things that she does. I didn't think I'd ever know how to iron on transfers onto a ribbon at 1 in the morning last night.
Yeah, right.
But that's what I was doing at 1 in the morning. But hey, I finished the ribbon and it looked good this morning, so that's all that mattered.
Yes.
But I mean, you learn a lot.
Yeah, and I think to go back to the team aspect, Katrina, she did an interview a couple days ago, and she goes, we're trauma bonded. Yeah. And that's kind of been in the back of my mind throughout the weekend, but it's so true. Normally week of show, we all get pretty close. Yeah. The past years being on e-board.
Yeah.
But Maison has done a really good job this year with our board currently of getting us all really, really close. I say like this has been the closest group of people that I have worked with the student run event at Northwood.
Wow.
Just everyone having the same mindset of, being driven, being motivated, holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that was huge with our group. Even over the summer, like Julia said, you're not together, you're doing your own thing. So, holding your team accountable, but also yourself, I think paid off.
Yeah, but isn't that just a good representation of what the school is as a whole?
Absolutely.
Yes.
The students that you guys are, I've had so many interactions with Northwood students in automotive in the past, let's say, year and a half, and I'm always blown away at every single interaction. I'm like, okay, these are not typical students. Like me at 22, like you wouldn't have want to seen that, but you guys are like basically professionals in what you do, which is so mind-blowing. So Bella,
yes.
So what do you think it is that makes Northwood so different? Like the students, the culture, all that.
I genuinely think that they hold their students to a standard that is so high.
Sure.
I mean, you walk in here, you get started on your major day one. They don't wait.
Yeah.
Like they don't, you are going to know what you want to do by the time you walk out of here. They're going to prepare you for the workplace. They're going to do everything in their power to make you successful.
Yeah.
But they just instill in you like this idea of individual responsibility, which is what Northwood is all about.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes along with like holding each other accountable and just like doing the things you need to do to get a job done. And yeah, sometimes you might be up till 1 a.m. making a ribbon, but like that's what you have to do in order for things to run smoothly. It's just like doing the things that you need to do.
Yeah.
But they know that, and they see that hard effort, and they praise you for it, and they help you and they support you in every way that they can. But it's when you walk in here, you're not just a number like any other big university. Sure. They look at you, they know your name, they know your major, they know all about you, and they help you to be like just to meet your full potential.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone that I've met that's on staff at Northwood is the same way.
Absolutely.
And I think like LG Bright, for example,
yes.
I don't know how close you guys are with him, but I think the world of that guy. And he just cares about students. He cares about connecting them in the right places. He cares about their long-term success. So the internships that he's helped like cultivate, experiences in real life at NADA, at our event, at ASOTU Con, having students involved in that in some way, shape, or form. I mean, it's mind-blowing how far you guys go to prepare for like the real world side
Absolutely.
of it. There's just so many components to that. So Sydney, what do you think that this auto show does that really presents students well to industry partners, to dealers, to potential future employers?
Yeah. So
have you thought about that a lot?
Oh yeah, 100%. With especially events-wise, just making connections and relationships.
Sure.
You have dealers here. You have people from Cox Automotive, CDK, big supporters of Northwood who are just walking around wanting to talk to students. It teaches you personal skills, and being personable, and people skills. I think is huge when it comes to something like this. But I also think so too. Like I mentioned earlier, you're showcasing your booth and you're showcasing your hard work of 12 months, and I think in return the people that come here just are so eager to want to talk to students. And I think that plays a big role in being proud and prideful of what you've done.
I think there's a lot of hard work that goes into an event like this. Let's see, so Julia, what's your favorite part of the event?
My favorite part of the event, I really enjoy the Thursday night preview. That's something I have always loved since I've come to Northwood and been a part of the auto show. I think it's just so unique. Like, you don't get this experience anywhere else, and like to be able to walk around with these business professionals of these high-end companies and like just be able to look at the cars and like enjoy it with all the lights and everything, it's honestly an incredible experience. And that's definitely my favorite part, with seeing everyone's booth and how hard they worked. I mean, it's the first like big event, so that's definitely my favorite part.
And to add to that too, a lot of alumni will come back and to kind of look forward and say that could possibly and will be us, you know, in 20 years when we come back on campus. So I think too, it's giving back to the students, which we really appreciate from our alumni.
Yeah, well, the alumni side of it, it's so cool because you can see future versions of yourself.
Yes.
Playing out that role, whatever that is. And I think of many Northwood alum that I know who are succeeding, whether it's on the dealer side or the industry partner side. And I'm like, holy crap, dude. That is really what is going to become of the generation that's here right now, is you guys will one day be someone like them. Whether it's a HR director at a large 40 store group, or someone at a high level in CDK or in Cox Automotive. Like, that's just mind blowing to me.
Definitely.
What do you guys what do you guys look forward to the most? So Sydney, what are you most excited about the next couple of years? I know you're basically towards the end of where you're at, even going towards the MBA side of it. So, like, what are you excited about most?
Yeah, so I'm finishing up my master's degree in July. So I'm kind of right around the corner. It's my home stretch here at Northwood. But I'm definitely, you come to Northwood and you get injected with like automotive. So that's definitely from being here. I know I came in as a fashion major and now I love cars.
Wow.
So
I did not know that about you.
I was a fashion major. I know, crazy. I don't tell people that. But now I just love automotive. So
That's
definitely
so cool.
post-grad, I want to go into the automotive sector. I want to get out of Michigan, travel, explore. So
Were you born in Michigan?
Yes.
Born and raised?
Yeah, I was
Want to get
born.
out of Michigan?
Yeah.
I think all three of us were born and raised in Michigan.
Okay.
Because we're from, you're not far
cool.
from here, and we're
Yeah, we're both from the
No,
same
I'm-
area, yeah.
I'm from Clare. I'm 45 minutes from here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even looking at a lot of the people who are on the team for the show and seeing where they're from, you can go see their bios, where their hometown is. You're like, oh,
Yes.
Michigan, Michigan. Now, I'm not that far from here. I'm in northern Indiana, so I'm barely over the border by like 3 miles.
Yeah.
But, dude, this feels like home, man. I look around and I see the way the trees are, the way that the weather is, the way that people talk. Even just driving here and seeing cornfields or soybean fields and farmer. Like, that's what I grew up in,
Yep.
and that's me, and that's... Unfortunately, that's small town Jordan. So, like, but it's cool to know that you guys have so much potential and you can literally go anywhere. Like, I kid you not, you guys can graduate and someone could call you from the other side of the country and you can go work for them just like that.
Yeah.
Like, a phone call can change your life that quick because of where you went to school. Have you guys thought about that a lot?
I have.
Okay.
I mean, I've met some people. I've been on some different trips, just like different business competitions wise. Funny enough, my senior year of high school, I went out to Anaheim, California for a Business Professionals of America competition. It was our national competition. One of the students, he is from Midland.
Okay.
I met him in California. And I recognized him. I'm like, hey, it's Steven Hackbarth. Love Steven. But that's how I met him. We recognized each other there. Instantly clicked. I've been to New Orleans for American Marketing Association.
Wow.
Talking to random people. They're like, hey, where are you from? I mentioned Northwood, and they know the name.
Yeah.
It's been like just people everywhere know Northwood's name, but they know that the power and the knowledge that the students bring with them.
Yeah, and like also the real life experiences,
Absolutely.
like this show, for example, and the opportunities you guys get for events, for networking, things like that. The student is just it's a higher level than the average university student, which is like mind blowing to me. Let's see. I haven't asked you this yet, Bella. So, what's your favorite part of the show?
I'm gonna spin this in a different way. I mean, I'm sure everybody's been like setting up for like a certain event.
Sure.
I have loved getting to know everyone. This is a group of people that I wouldn't normally have surrounded myself with.
Yeah.
But they are like everything I could need in my life. Like I have made some of the best friendships I have being on this board.
Yeah.
And it's just incredible. I mean, genuinely becoming a trauma bonded family. I mean, you work with 22 people, well, 21 people for 12 months. I mean, you get close quick and you learn to help each other out. I mean, I recently went through a medical thing with carbon monoxide, but these two and some of the other board members were like, okay, we're going to take care of you. You're going to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had my back, but it's just, I mean, even setting up for panels, everybody's like, okay, who needs help? Where do you need help? What's going on? Like, you just have each other's backs, and I think you genuinely become this family that, like, I will truly remember you guys for the rest of my life, and you guys have made such an impact on me.
Oh, shoot, man.
Got all sentimental.
But isn't that how, not just school, but going through something that's meaningful?
Absolutely.
Like, that's how you know, because you're going to be on the other side of this in a couple days and look back at this show and be like, shoot, man, I blinked and I missed it.
Yes.
And I think of that, like, I mean, I'm a different age than you guys, so I have a 5-year-old and I have a 6-month-old now. We just went through like our wedding photos from when my wife and I got married like almost 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Like, where did time go?
Exactly, like you snap or you blink and it's gone that fast.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of goes back to Alex's quote last night at Thursday Night Preview. He said he's full of insights, isn't he? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Yeah.
So just slow down and enjoy it. But I mean, that kind of hit me last night. I was sitting there and I was like, dude, don't cry. And I was sitting there tearing up.
But he's so right. Like, you really do have to just stay in the moment and really take advantage of it, because you're only here for so long and you're only in this chapter for so long. So to be able to take advantage of something and really just take it in, it's a memory that'll last a lifetime. And like you were saying, you meet so many amazing people and you create so many amazing friendships and relationships, and it's just, you just got to live in the moment and enjoy it. You really do.
So true.
Sydney, how does that make you feel knowing you're not going to be a part of it next year?
I know, I'm sitting here in silence.
I know.
I was like, wow, like, it is so true. I keep reminding myself throughout the weekend to kind of just like take a step back truly and just look around and soak it in.
Yeah.
You know, like Bella said earlier, you just like get to know one another on a different level. You know, you want to work hard for the person next to you because you know how hard they're working.
Yeah.
So kind of just, you know, taking a step back, just soaking it in. I know I'll be back though as an alumni, so
That's true.
I'm not too far. But,
can't get rid of me that easy.
Yeah, but like I said, it's just, you know, soaking it in, taking it in, but also it's acknowledging, like, I'm so grateful for the last 4 years I have been a part of Auto Show, and I wouldn't have changed it at all.
Yeah, man, how cool. So Sydney, Bella, Julia, thank you for joining me today. Thanks for putting on a great show. I'm looking forward to not only seeing what you guys are going to do in the next couple of days, but also the next couple of years in your journey.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for
having
us.
us.
Awesome.
You're welcome.